Andrew Scheid side by side with Chase Berta. We're ready to turn him loose. Tony Postma with a green flag in hand. They hit the start box, and we're underway. It's the Money in the Bank 150 presented by Baker Auto Group as they dive down into turn number 1.
Great start for Scheid, but Berta's going to try to use that outside line to get some momentum off turn 2. They're going to be side by side into 3. See some sparks come out of the 88 machine. Looks like Berta's going to get the lead. He's going to clear Scheid on lap 1.
Chase Berta grabs the early lead. So put Berta, who was kind of surprised by his qualifying effort, put him up front. Scheid settles back to second, and now we see Brian Campbell third. Good battle for fourth between Bergaker and Evan Shotko. The man on the move. He gets past Jones. Now he's working on Bergaker.
Oh,
Jones stalked about 3 wide. Boy, they get close to Bergaker in 3 and 4. No dice. Jones way on the inside. Bergaker's the meat in the sandwich. Still down there. Look at Jones on the inside of Bergaker.
Oh,
wow.
No contact.
Still, if there wasn't contact, it was darn close. In the 88, these guys are all Berlin regulars. These guys race with each other every week.
Scheid looks like a little bit of a bobble there that may allow Campbell to get to the outside, and it does. This is a very unique track in that if you can run off turn 4 straight, you can still keep more momentum than you normally expect in a short track, and it looks like Scheid was able to do that on this last lap, but Campbell's got some good momentum coming down here into turn 3.
Brian, what do you think? Upper groove's looking pretty good right now. Brian Campbell's running it, and Carson's running it, and it's working. A lot of lap traffic in front of these guys, too. This is not going to be easy. And those cars in front of them are not necessarily that slow. They're just running a fast pace here, but you can see the parade in front of them. They're going to have to deal with it. Now Campbell is there. Caution flag. Saw somebody's hand go up. There was a caution flag somebody needed. A lot of those guys needed.
We got a spin on the front stretch. Looks like that's Keith Herp in the 18.
Oh, Keith Herp. He was one of those cars about to go a lap down. 114 laps to go. We're back under green. Campbell's going to be good on the starts too, I would imagine. See who gets the better of them. Is the upper groove good or the bottom groove good so far?
Advantage Campbell definitely down the backstretch. Not going to quite be able to clear him.
It's going to be close, though, and Campbell, I think, is going to snag the lead away. He does.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back of the field there.
Uh-oh.
We got a car in the wall.
Yeah. Watch for Lupton here. He's going to be
right there entering turn 3. Just gets loose by himself.
All by himself.
Oh, yeah, he hit that pretty good. Let's watch it again.
What do you think happened there, Brian?
Wow.
It might have been a little bit of an accordion there where it looked like they got a couple guys in front of him checked up, and he might have just got off the gas and on the brake a little bit too much, and it just
kind of whipped it around there.
Just unloaded the back of the car.
Back under green one more time. Still 114 to go.
Pretty good start for Berta that time. Campbell still gets some momentum down the backstretch, but won't be able to clear Berta into 3.
At least not as easily this time, although Campbell's car looks really hooked up on the outside. He kind of did the same trick he did before. So Campbell grabs the lead.
Now Hocevar is going to try to make a run at second. Try to clear, not able to clear Berta into turn 3, but it's close. He might be able to down the front stretch here. And he does.
He was complaining about his car being tight, and unfortunately at this point, we have a spin. Austin Hall goes around in turn 3.
Cars do a good job avoiding him. Looks like that's another tapped in the corner, it looks like.
Definitely a good amount of teams down here in the middle.
All right, thanks for the update. We're back under green as the struggles continue to get the setup. Now we're seeing Battle of the Titans up front.
Hocevar,
Carson Hocevar
jumps
in front of Brian Campbell in a half a lap, put Hocevar to the lead. 4th different leader in 40 laps.
Well, it's interesting. We saw Campbell elect to take the top line there in the last several restarts. Oh, we got another caution on the track. We got a wreck in turn 3, a big wreck. Oh, several cars involved.
Wow.
Boris Jerkovic, Scott Thomas in there.
See what happens.
Oh.
Ken Wadma down to the inside. Justin Thomas, everybody scatters. Scott Thomas gets clipped. Cryer finds his way through that. That was a parking lot, guys. That was a lot of...
So who's...
Oh, wow.
That car...
Justin Thomas and Ken Wadma. Oh, another car. Black car up in the wall up there, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, but yeah.
Oh, it's the 18 car.
Yeah, Ken Wama got turned right about by the start-finish line, and I don't know if something happened to his car. Yeah, I'm surprised that the guys have been taking the inside because the outside's been dominant on every start so far today.
Wow, they really had them stacked up on that restart, guys. It was kind of a really slow rolling start. Now they're side by side again. Campbell and the 71, that's Hocevar on the outside. Hocevar slingshots around. He's going to snag the lead again at lap number 48. If he can do it, I don't think Bubba Pollard can put up much of a fight.
No,
Carson
not at
just
all.
drives around.
Oh boy, Gibson gets up in front of Campbell there.
Makes it interesting. Because remember, Gibson and Pollard are position. They're position cars, right?
And Lucky Dog cars.
And Lucky Dog cars,
Caution's
right?
going to be out soon. So.
Campbell really getting held up by these two.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Gibson's going to loop it. That's the caution flag Bubba Pollard needed to absolutely salvage his night. Guys, we were watching that, Brian. I referenced to it. Gibson looks like he was on the verge of losing it a few times and finally fighting for everything he had to stay in the lead lap, but it's for naught. Oh, and the 50 Jerkovic also goes around, so there's that caution.
All right, here we go. Down on pit exit, Carson Hocevar leads the field down. He will take his right side tires. Erik Jones will do the same. Tyler Reisinger will do the same. Andrew Scheid and his team in to work on the race car. Of course, Bubba Pollard, who've been lined out for a few laps of their issues. They also ready to come to the service of their race team. For Carson Hocevar, the complaint has remained that he's been tighter than some of the other drivers around him. He's continuing to talk to the team right now as they make some tire pressure adjustments and other chassis adjustments on the 71 Ziegler car. So the leader and everybody else on this end of pit road is in. Let's send it down to Rick James.
After coming home second, Nashville, a couple days ago. Back under green.
It's a good start for Hocevar. Oh boy, almost a little contact there. Campbell backs out of it.
Got real close there. Erik Jones all of a sudden on the top side of the bowl.
There's Scheid trying to take second from Campbell.
Yeah, we'll see if the dynamics change here a little bit.
We've got a caution. We got a car in the wall in turn one.
Looks like Boris.
Oh, Boris Jerkovic.
That looked like a pretty hard hit. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Wow. Hops the mini track, the mini wedge track.
Whoa.
Just barely misses.
Oh my goodness.
That could have been.
We said that. If you're any of those four guys, let's watch that again.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. If you're Scott Thomas Kedwama or Sean Gibson, that is a major.
I mean, look at this jump.
Look at where he's coming from. I mean, they can probably see it.
I would like to hear from Jerkovic about that ride.
I'd like to hear from any of the four people behind him. Will they be 1-2 in the race? We'll find out. Campbell really close to the fenders. We're under green. Carson again with a good run. Campbell the inside, the green and white car. Carson the outside just looks quick in the yellow Ziegler car. Erik Jones wiggles a little bit on the outside of Brian Campbell. Campbell dive bombs the inside. Carson keeps the lead for the moment.
So Campbell's able to clear Jones for second. For now, going to move up to that high line, try to get in line there. Now going to try to dive a little lower than Hocevar coming off four. Oh boy. Close quarters there.
Hey guys, taking a look at Gibson in the 45. I noticed a lot of smoke coming out of that race car, and we've got a caution on the track.
Got to spin.
Gibson goes around again.
Just as you were talking about him, Rick.
Yeah, and that's going to negate the competition yellow.
Yeah, you're right.
So Gibson goes around at lap 101. We've had a lot of cautions today. So if you got anything in the tank, now's the time to show it. We're green. Look how close they get. Brian Campbell side by side with Carson Hocevar. Hocevar still gets a good jump off and able to grab the lead one more time. We've seen this over and over. Here comes Erik Jones, the black and red car down to the inside of Scheid, who was your pole sitter.
Very close quarters there at turns 1 and 2. As Hocevar's cleared Campbell, Jones working on the 88 of Scheid. Scheid gets the preferred outside groove, but not going to be able to pass Jones.
The field is really stacked up behind him, and it's kind of might be go time, guys. Joe Bush now up to 9th, and now a good battle here. Reisinger side by side, but Terry
Oh, we got a
caution
caution.
flag.
Got a spin in turn number 2. Looks like, is that Scott Thomas in
Might
the
be
28?
Scott Thomas.
I think it is.
It is. And they had been battling position back there. They were 2 and 3 wide. Brian was watching the same thing.
That wasn't as much of a surprise because they were racing really hard in that little group there to prevail over the 88 on this restart.
Boy, they are really stacked up, guys. The field's been dwindled by almost half here, but the guys that are close, they're super close. Running out of time, 37 laps to go to settle this.
Shy trying to get to the inside of Brian Campbell for second.
Yeah, Carson again just beats him on the restart every single time. And Carson again will not relinquish. Campbell gets thrown back to second. Again, we've seen this as a broken record 14 times now. This restart, it kind of pans out the same way. Scheid now looks a little quick in the 88. We haven't seen Campbell up to the top side of the racetrack, Brian, hardly at all. And now he's up there, and Scheid is there, and here comes Berta. All of a sudden, Berta's got the fast pedal.
Quarters. And Scheid might be able to clear him. He's going to try. Not yet. All the while, Hocevar really stretching his lead, now out to almost 2 seconds over these two.
Yeah, the battle's for second at the moment. The handful.
We got a car in the wall hard. That's the
Blake Rowe.
Oh boy, Carson's barely avoiding
Wow.
him. That could have been bad.
Whoa. Yep. Ken Wellman and Scott Thomas avoided the Grim Reaper one more time back there.
Here's a replay.
Oh,
Drives it in a little too deep.
cut her down. Oh, man.
And look at these guys, just barely missing him there.
That's what I mean. Oh, geez, yeah. Everybody taking evasive action. Contact between Tyler Reisinger and Blake Rowe. Ooh, cut the tire down. Brian, what'd you see? Other than the obvious.
Reisinger didn't give him much room.
Andrew Scheid side by side with Carson Hocevar. They almost touch on that start. Carson is your leader in the 71.
Oh boy,
And they
huge
did
stack up.
not go a huge
Oh my
change.
goodness.
Carson has started about 8 or 9 of these from the front row and blasted away, and they're going to bring it back.
Series.
There we go. That's kind of what we were expecting.
Yeah, Hosvar gets off to a great start. Scheid able to hang on to second. Berta going to try to get past Campbell for third.
And guys,
Oh, little contact. Little contact sends Berta up the track. He's able to save it barely.
still in your top 5. Hand is still out the window, and it's now 1 to go. White flag for Carson Hocevar. And it's looking pretty good for Carson. Everybody else is pretty much strung out. Field is strung out pretty good, and Carson Hocevar is going to win it. He slides it through and wins it. Carson makes it 2 big events back-to-back, the 250 and now the 150. Andrew Scheid second, Brian Campbell third.